The Lord of Pleasure, the Dark Prince, the Perfect Prince. I could go on, but Slaanesh, by any other name, would still be just as pleasurable. Many know the hedonistic ways of our god, but few know the nooks and the crannies. For example, did you know that Slaanesh is the god of obsession, gluttony, and megalomania? I did, and do enjoy perfecting his arts, oh so much.
Is it wrong to steal a loaf of bread to feed your starving family? What about stealing souls to save them? We of the Idoneth don't believe so, for what choice do we have in order to survive? Those whom we steal from would surely think us better extinct, but it is all for our children, our people. And so we come from the deep, to take what was denied us and to fix the wrong of our Creator. But lament not, for you will not remember us anyway.
Welcome to another battle report for Saga of Dice. That's not the ocean calling. This is not a conch shell to your ear. I've got the new Idoneth book, and you've got another brand new army, which is great because it's a brand new army for the channel you've brought.
The Hedonites of Slaanesh. Yes, they're not disgustingly resilient. They're glass cannony and presumably speedy.
Well, this is a good matchup.
Yeah.
And you're the one who actually brought up this matchup. And then I was like, oh my god, the lore. It's so good for all that, the whole history. So, yeah.
We're taking back the souls. Your rent is due. You've taken too many. We got to come to collect.
And you guys are going to get off our lawn.
Oh.
Yeah, our sea lawn.
Our sea lawn?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much to all the Patreons. You are the lifeblood of this channel. You're the brine in our veins. Something like that, but we really appreciate you. If you want to join us, the link is in the description below. We'd love to have all sorts of new ideas of matchups, storylines, what you want to see painted next, whatever you want to see, really. But for now, please subscribe for the YouTube gods, comment for the algorithm throne, and hit the screaming bell to always receive notifications when a new battle report goes live. And we'll see you guys after deployment. Okay, today we are playing Savage Gains. There are two objectives in the middle, in no man's land, and though they're worth 2 points each as per the FAQ, and then we each have two objectives that are in our own territory. They're worth the normal amount for us, and then they're worth, I believe it's 4 if you capture your opponent's objective. None of them are wholly within our own territory, and it's the normal 1, 2 more scoring, and 2 points for your battle tactic. But yeah, we'll be back with the Idoneth Deepkin list. Today I've brought the Idoneth Deepkin Iron Rock Enclave, which is a first for me because before they were what they were. So today, the general, I'm proxying a couple of things. I hope people don't mind. I'm using Volturnos as my general, but he's just a regular Achillean king with polearm. I've got another one new on sprue, but I haven't had a chance to paint it yet. So then I've got another king over here. Oh yeah, actually, sorry. So this is my general. He has the command trait Unstoppable Fury, which lets him add attacks to himself if he's near enemy units. Armor of the Sithai, which means 6s against him do not proc. And Mount Trait Void Shield Darkness for -1 to hit. So he's pretty hard to kill. And then I've got this other king over here, and he's in. They're in the Warlord battalion. So he has the Potion of Hateful Frenzy as his secondary artifact. And then I've got Lotan down there. Love me some Lotan. Wonderful character. And finally, a decent War Scroll to match it. And then the other proxy I've got is the Aspect of the Sea. It is my Storm. I also have an Aspect of the Sea, which I have not fully painted yet, so my apologies for that. He has the Lore of the Deep, Steed of Tides. And then I've got 6 Achillean Morsar Guard. I've got 3 Morsar Guard, 2 Alopex with the net launchers, and 10 of the Namarti Thralls for 1985 points, which put me at 5 drops and less points than you, so I will get the Inspired Triumph today. But that's 1985 points of Idoneth Deepkin, and we'll be back with the Slaanesh list after this.
Okay, so here I've got 1,995 points of Hedonites of Slaanesh. They are all in the Pretenders category, which means that my general, this lovely Keeper of Secrets over yonder, has 2 command traits instead of just 1. Those command traits are the Strongest Alone, so as long as she is outside of 6 inches of a friendly model, or 6 inches away from a friendly model, she gets to reroll all of her to-hit rolls. On top of that, I also expected there to be Leviathans today, so I gave her the God Beast Hunter, which gives her +1 to damage against all monsters that they're fighting, which is unfortunately not going to factor in.
Yes.
Otherwise, I've also given her a spell. The spell is the Cacophonic Choir is the one that's built in, and the other one is Paths of Damnation. So she can fly if she rolls that spell and casts it correctly. Cool. Otherwise, she's also got an artifact that is the Silver Slash on the Impaling Claws, so I get an extra attack with those claws. Backing her up today is Sigvald the Magnificent. He's a nasty, nasty Chaos champion of mortal variety. He's the sole mortal in this list, so he's putting in all sorts of work. Backing him up is a Contorted Epitome, which is, of course, the giant mirror-wielding spellcaster for Slaanesh. That one has the Born of Damnation spell, which is basically going to let me cast a healing spell on targets that are the recipient of that, which is nice. For battle line, I've got 3 units of Demonettes, 1 unit of 10, and 2 units of 20. They are just baseline Demonettes, nothing special about them. And then I've got 3 Fiends, and I brought a Hellflayer. That is not a character, it's just a regular chariot that is a Hellflayer. So I put all that into 1 battle regiment, which means I dropped as a 1-drop list, which means I get to pick who goes first. And of course, I'm going to give it to the Idoneth Deepkin, so we'll be back with their first turn right after this.
Okay, so we are here with Idoneth Deepkin, turn 1. For my battle tactic, I'm going to go with Ferocious Advance, and I'm going to advance these 3 here. I am going to, and for my heroic action, I'm going to make these guys run and charge. It's the Iron Rock one that you can do instead of a regular heroic action. And for your heroic action, what would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to try and put a command point on my Keeper of Secrets.
Nice.
Nope.
Okay. So then, on to the casting portion of this evening. It's going to be, let's see here. Oh, actually, you know what? For my advance and charge thing, I'm going to actually pick that unit and that unit and that unit, because it'll be a little bit more fun. So yeah, for casting, I'm going to cast Steed of Tides onto Lotan. Let's see if I can maneuver him into position. So I need a 5 for that, and I get it with a 6, and I'm out of unbind range.
Unfortunately, yes. My stuff is too far back for unbinding.
It's all true. And then I'm going to try and do Mystic Shield onto these guys here. Okay? So that will go off with a 9. So,
excellent.
Mystic Shield on them, and yeah, that's the end of my hero phase, at least as far as I can remember. So we'll be back with more after the movement phase. Okay, we've ended the movement phase. These 3 units ran to complete my battle tactic and ran these guys up here. These guys moved up there normally, and I paid a CP to run these guys 6 inches. So now it's into the shooting phase. I've just got 1 unit that shoots, so they're going to shoot into the demonettes over here. So they hit on 3s, and they'll both hit, which means that they can't pile in. So I'm going to find my entangled thing in just a minute, but now they're wounding on 3s as well. So that's 1 wound, and it is -1, or no, it's no rend at all.
Okay, so we're saving that on a 5+.
Excellent.
Nope, goes through.
It is flat 3 damage.
Okay, so that'll kill 3 of those demonettes.
Cool. Okay, so we're back. I've just got 1 thing to try and make a charge with. We didn't measure it out ahead of time, but that looks like about a 3-inch charge, 3 or 4 inches. They're +1, so I basically need to not snake eyes this. So we'll see. There we go. That's not a snake eyes. So I will move them in, and we'll be back with the combat phase. So after going over some of my abilities and realizing that because I want to pop the once per game ability on my general there, I should probably therefore charge in some other units because I might roll more than a 1. So I'm going to charge in these guys as well. And they make it with an 11. So I'll move them in, and then we'll be back officially with the combat phase. Okay, at the end of the charge phase here, I've already piled in because it doesn't make any difference in terms of the Biovoltic Blast, which I'm now about to unleash at the end of the charge phase. But before I forget, this Achillean King, my general, is going to unleash his once per game ability. It's not a command ability, so I don't need to spend CP on it. And he gets to pick D3 units and pick them and put them into High Tide. So gonna roll that over here for 2. So that's perfect. So bam, bam, already pre-measured. They were within 12 inches at the end of the charge phase, although they aren't now because I piled them in ahead of time. Anyway, so they're both in High Tide. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go on to the Biovoltic Blast portion of this evening. They're going to put their Biovoltic Blast into, I'm going to put it into Sigvald because he scares the crap out of me. So yeah, I guess I'll roll it over here. Now it's 4s are 1 mortal wound and 6s are D3. As opposed, wait, what? Didn't they change it actually? 4 up, add 1 if the number of models is greater than the model in this unit. So I won't be doing that because I'm putting them into Sigvald. So that made a huge difference because they were all below that. So I just talked myself out of 3 mortal wounds, unfortunately. But I did get a 3 on the D3 for Sigvald.
Okay, he's got a chance to negate this with his Mirror Shield on 4+.
He sure does.
He saves 2 and 1 goes through.
Right on. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the Fiends there. Because you got to smoke them if you got them in this army. You can only use it on the charge now as well. So same thing as before. 4s. Oh wow, that's a good roll. And then 6s are D3. So it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds.
4 mortal wounds on the Fiends.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure how many wounds they have. Give me 1 second, I'll double check.
Sounds good. Okay, we are back. So I've decided to split my attacks like a fool. I'm going for gold right out the gate. So I'm going with 3 guys into Siggy, 2 guys into the Mirror, and 1 into the unit of Demons. So it's going to be 7 attacks, because it's including the champion there, hitting on 2s because of the Achillean King, wounding on 2s because of Lotan, and no rerolls. So those all hit. Wounding on 2s now. That is perfectly cocked. Oh, there it goes. I was about to hit the table and I didn't need to. So that is, let's see, that would be 7 attacks at -2. You all up defense off camera, I believe.
Yep, I spent a command point for all defense on Sigvald.
So you were on a 2-up save, but then -2, you're on the 4-up save, I believe.
That's right. And of course, 4+ means 4 Slaanesh.
Ugh.
So that means 2 go through.
So that was only 4 damage.
So there's a chance I can save it with the Mirror Shield now on a 4+. And I save 3, so
Dang.
1 goes through.
This is not how you were rolling yesterday, sir.
No, this is much more nimble and elegant and refined as opposed to the horrible poof sack that they were playing the other day.
So we've got the same thing, except for we're hitting on 3s now. Yeah, we're hitting on 3s. So, and now wounding on 2s because of Lotan, his ability isn't affected, but then I rolled 3 1s. So that's 3 at -1. So you're just to your...
Yep, back to 3 up.
Yes, sir.
I save 1.
So that's 2d3 mortal, or 2d3 wounds, excuse me. So for 4 wounds.
All right, once again, 4 plus. So I save 2 and 2 more go through.
Okay.
So that is bringing him down to 2.
And now into the mirror.
The epitome.
Yeah. So we got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. And wounding also on 2s. Oh dear. So that's 2 at -2.
Okay, I don't get a save against those, so
So
that
it's
just goes right through.
4 damage. Doesn't they have a word?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
We're not a 3rd edition book. We don't get word saves on our
What
characters
was I
yet.
thinking? And then it'll be 6 attacks with the bites, hitting on 3s this time, wounding on 2s. So that's 3 at -1.
3 at -1. So I can actually save these on 6s.
Okay.
There's no 6s there.
So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
All right, that'll kill the epitome.
Okay. And now, just last and certainly least, is the attacks going into the demonettes. So it's 2 attacks from the spears, hitting on 2s, wounding also on 2s, for 1 at -2, excuse me.
Okay, that goes straight through.
So 2 damage.
All right, that'll kill 2 more.
And then 3 attacks from the bites of the eels. And, oh, that doesn't go through either. Because it's the mount, which I believe isn't affected, but this will go through, so it's 1 at -1.
Okay, try on a 6. That's on the 6.
For 2.
I'll kill 2 more.
Okay. And now it's the eels over there.
No, it's not. It's striking first time. So I get to activate after you've activated.
Oh, okay.
So Sigmar
Doesn't
will
really matter,
activate
but yeah.
that. It matters to me.
Well, I'm all done over there, so.
So we're hitting on 2s.
Cool.
So that's 3 and 3s. So that is 3 at minus something that I need to double check.
Cool.
So that is 3 at -2.
Oh, sorry.
And
I'm going to
these
all out
cannot
defense.
These cannot be negated.
Okay. Yep. So they're on a 2-up from the Mystic Shield and all out defense. And so it goes to, what's his rend?
Rend is -2.
-2. So 3 up, 4 up. Back to a 4 up. Yeah.
That's right.
So you said 3?
Correct.
Okay. Saving on 4s. 2 saved, 1 goes through.
D3.
Okay.
3 mortal or 3 wounds.
Okay. And so we got 1 on 1 wound left.
There.
So we'll put it on this feller in the back there. And now am I okay to go to my...
Yes.
Okay. So now it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks onto the fiends. Those dirty fiends. And yeah, I did measure that ahead of time. They are within the range, so they are going to be hitting on 2s. And they're not going to be wounding on 2s. They're wounding on 3s now. Or not now. Anyway, 3 at -2.
Yeah, that goes right through.
Okay, so that's 6 total damage.
Okay, 1 left with 2 damage.
Okay, and then I will go over to the bite attacks. I do like how they've streamlined the bite attacks and the tails and everything. So we're hitting on 3s. Wounding also on 3s. So that is 6 at -1.
Okay, there's a chance I might roll some 6s on that. There's 1 save, but 5 go through, which means the unit dies.
Okay. And now the demonettes.
No, I'm going to spend a command point for my activation.
Okay.
And I'm going to let Sigmar fight again with the Keeper of Secrets ability.
Certainly.
So here he comes. He is hit 4 times once again. And he's wounded 3 times at -2.
-2, so same as before. So I saved 1 and 2 go through.
All right, D3. So that is 4 damage total.
So 1 is dead, and 1 is on to 1 wound, which I will put on that guy right there. There we go.
All right.
And then now it's the demons.
Yeah,
Demonettes.
Demonettes. Demonettes are getting 2 attacks apiece, 4s and 4s, -1 rend.
So they can't pile in because of the entangled.
Yeah.
They have a 1-inch reach?
Only a 1-inch reach.
Okay. So you'll get 2 in there, though.
So that's 1 hit. And no wound.
Okay. Well, that was cool. I cannot fail with only 1 guy dying. Can you fail Battle Shock for them?
Yes, it's possible. We have Bravery 10, but we've lost 7, so let's see what we get. That's 6, so the rest of them will blip out.
Okay.
And then I have to calculate my depravity, which I'll do off camera in just a moment.
Nice. Okay, so we're back at the end of the Battle Shock phase, and we don't normally cut in between there, but you had to calculate your depravity points. Thank you.
Yeah, so I've got a total of 11 of them from the wounds that we've inflicted between Sigmar and the eels, and for the, yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so then I will go into scoring. I get 1 victory point for this one. I get 2 each for these 2, for a total of 5. And then I actually took over that one for an additional 4, taking me to 9. And then I ran those 3 units. It's in the movement phase. We checked ahead of time before I charged in. We forgot to mention that too. It's at the end of the movement phase that you calculate whether you ran within the 3 units. And then for another 2, so that takes it to 11 points. And we're going into Slaanesh Turn 1 coming up.
Okay, so we're back for the Hedonites of Slaanesh Turn 1, and after that vicious drubbing, we've got a little bit of work to do. So for this battle tactic, I'm going to pick aggressive expansion, which is, of course, take 2 objectives back, and of course I'm going to pick my home objective, and I'm going to pick the objective in the center there.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I'm going to pick Sigvald's Finest Hour for the bonuses there.
Excellent. I am going to roll it for a command point on my general. And I get it.
Good on him.
Yay! I'm using poker chips today for my command points.
Ooh, very snazzy.
They're blue, so they're very themed for this evening. Yeah.
Under the sea. Da, da, da. All right, so I'm going to go for magic now.
People couldn't tell, but I was dancing behind the camera.
I don't know how they'd tell, but that's okay.
The movement of the camera.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I apologize for any seasickness. Hey, go on.
I'm going to use Passive Damnation on my
Oops.
Keeper of Secrets.
Just knocked over some trees.
That'll go off on a 6.
Okay, I will try and block with the aspect of Under the Sea. And he blocks it with a 9.
Good on him. I'll also cast Mystic Shield on the Keeper of Secrets. That'll fail on a 3.
But at least you didn't zap yourself in the crotch.
Well, that's a big plus.
It would be for Slaanesh.
Well,
It's true.
Anyways, with that all done, we'll move on to the movement phase, and we'll come right back for that. Okay, so we are back. The movement is complete. All of my stuff has moved into position in various forms and ways. And I have a new addition to my battlefield, the Infernal Eraptress. She is basically going to play that man's back chords like a musical instrument and use it as a shooting attack at these biovoltaic Morsar Guard.
Cool.
So I got 6 attacks with this. It hits on 3s, wounds on 4s, -1 rend, and does a damage apiece. So those are 2 and 4. So that is 2 potential wounds at -1 rend.
-1 rend puts them on 5 up. And they both go through.
Very nice.
I'm going to find a, let's see. It's the musician that, I put them in the wrong order. Whatever.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Then we'll go on to the charging phase. So first, with the long bomb, I've got my Daemonettes over there in the corner trying to charge those Sharky boys. This is an 11.
That'll do it.
Actually do it. Yeah, we got them. So I'll put an 11 by them so that I remember. We'll move them in just a moment. I have the Hell Flare, which is also going to try charging in.
I'm going to unleash hell with the shark.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So pay 1
so this
CP
is
for
a
that.
7, which is enough.
Oh, yeah. That'll get him in. So 2 shots, hitting on 4s because -1. So that's 1 hit. Wounds on a 3 for 1 wound at no rend.
5s and 6s. That's
Nice.
a save.
But they did hit, so they are entangled.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's the only reason I did it.
Yeah. The other unit of Daemonettes, they're charging as well. They're going 11, so they love it.
I'm loving it.
I will have the Keeper of Secrets go as well. So she's going 7. And that's going to be enough to get those boys over there, so I'll charge them.
Okay.
All right, I'll move the rest of the stuff, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Sounds good. Okay, so we're back for your combat phase, but just a quick note. Yeah, you said off camera. Yeah, you said off camera. He said off camera he's going to charge over here because he wanted to keep Siggy in range of the Keeper's ability. And then as soon as the camera went off, I was like, "Didn't you say you wanted to keep it in range?" And
I did. I did indeed. That's a key point of my strategy at this point, and thank you for reminding me.
Of course.
So Sigvald is going to be striking first. He's going to be going into those nasty eels. And of course he's got, that is 5 attacks.
Oh, I'm going to all-out defense the eels.
Fair enough. We're wounding on 2s because it's his finest hour, so that is going to put 5 into you at -2 rend.
5 at -2, so they're back to 4 up because the Mystic Shield's still on them. So the 2 go through. I'm going to lose another eel.
Right, D3. Yeah, so that is 5.
Oh, actually, sorry, I was been saving on 3s, but too late now. Because it's still the first battle round, so they are treated as if they are in cover. Sorry, well, how many was it?
So that's 2 for
2.
a grand total of 4 damage.
Oh, okay. 2, so 4 damage total, so then this guy is dead, and I don't know how I'm going to get him out of there. There we go. And I'll pull out the other fool here. Look. The non-command crew. Cool. Okay. So then...
So that was always strikes first.
Yes.
And then they go into regular activations, correct?
I think so.
That makes sense to me. I will go with my Keeper of Secrets, because that's a good move, I think.
Beware of the octopus.
We'll see how that octopus does. So first of all, I've got a Sinistrous Hand. That's going to be hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s for -1 rend. So that is 1 at -1 rend.
On Lotan, right?
On Lotan.
Okay, so we've got... I probably should have... Oh, so he's got a 4-up save. So you said 4 up, so it goes to 5 up, and he does not save it.
So 1 damage for that.
And he's got a 5-up ward. He does not get it. So
okay.
Taking a wound.
I've got an Elegant Greyblade that's hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Oh wait, I shouldn't have pulled out that other guy. You said you did 4 damage. So I'll put him back. He's not dead yet.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 3 at -1 rend for 2 damage apiece.
3 at -1 rend, so 5 ups. And 2 damage apiece, so 4s. 4 up to, or 4, whatever, you know what I mean. 3 more go through, so he's taking 4 wounds.
Impaling Claws.
Coup de grace.
These are hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. That's 2 at -2 rend.
2 at -2. So that puts him on 6s. Oh, he saves 1.
So that's going to be 5 damage going through.
Whoa, okay. I think he has 5. Yeah, he's got 5 wounds. Sorry, so 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to make all of these. Aw.
Nope, doesn't look like that's in his
That wasn't the
today.
worst time to actually flub a roll, to be honest. So, okay, so now I assume it's my turn?
Yes, now you get to activate.
Okay, I'm going to activate the eels over here because they're about to die to some demonettes. And smoke them if you got them, I always say. So we got 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And they are still close enough to the king. So they're hitting on 2s. And Lotan is dead, unfortunately. So that was a good idea to get rid of him. And now wounding also on, sorry, not also, on 3s. So that is, well, a lot of 6s in there. 6 Yeah. Wait, what?
7.
7. Like, oh yeah, because there's more of them now. So 7. I was like, anyway, 7 at minus nothing because I did not make a charge.
Excellent. So we're saving on 2s. So that means 2 go through.
Okay.
How much damage was it?
Just 1.
Okay, so there's a chance that I can save my bacon on the mirror shield 4+. I save 1. He takes 1 wound.
Okay. And then, so he's got 1 left.
That's correct.
Well, hopefully we can finish him off with these bitey attacks. There's a lot of bitey attacks. So I need 3 more dice. There we go. So these are hitting on 3s. And wounding also on 3s. Come on. Shimon. So that is 6 at minus nothing. Or minus 1, excuse me.
All right, so that means we're saving on 3s this time around. So 1 goes through.
Okay, so that is D3 damage for 3.
All right, we need to make every single one of these on a 4+, and of course 4+ means 4 Slaanesh. Nope, he's toast.
Right on. Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's the only part of my army I can't bring back.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh, that makes sense because he's a named character.
Well, yeah, and he's not a demon that I can summon to, so.
Oh, okay. You'd think he'd have the demon keyword, but
he might.
that's a thing
But
for
either way,
another
he can't summon back in, even if he did. So.
Gotcha.
All right, I got to calculate stuff, so we'll come back and calculate those, and we'll figure out what our next move is. Okay, so I'm going to go and activate my Hell Flare as it gets into the Morsar Guard. This is going to be a potential soul sense. So if I roll a 4+, you'll take a D3 mortal wounds. Nope. And
That was
I
supposed to
also
happen at the start of the combat phase, but we forgot, and it didn't matter because I didn't go with that unit anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
So just regular attacks. I won't. Sorry, what's the range on the general? For a command ability?
Oh, yeah, 18.
Okay, I'll issue...
Wholly within, though, so
no,
I don't think he doesn't look like he's quite in there.
Nope, we'll just go with regular attacks then. Hitting
Okay.
on 3s for the Cleansing Claws. Winning on 4s. 1 at -1 rend for 1 damage apiece.
Okay. And do not save it.
Okay, so that's 1.
Yeah.
The Piercing Claws and Cleansing Whips coming at you. These
sir.
are also hitting on 3s. And winning on 4s. Nope. And Poison Tongues. Once again, 3s and 4s. So that's 3 with no rend on these ones.
Okay, so saving on 4s. And saved 1, 2 go through.
All right.
Oh, is there 1 damage each?
Just 1 damage
Okay.
each. Yeah.
So that's 1 dead, and 1 takes 1 wound. So I'll put that over on Banner Boy. Yeah, so then I guess I'll go with the sharks. I'll see if I can do this on camera. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. let's find our dice first. Okay, we're back. I've got my dice ready, figured out. So I'm attacking the Demonettes, and I'm going to use my Inspire Triumph because, you know, smoke them if you got them, right? So, yeah, so we're 12 attacks. We're hitting on 2s because of the king, but not for the bite attacks. So pull out those 1s, those pesky, pesky 1s, and now wounding on 2s. So they all wound, so that's 4, 9 attacks. I think it's at -1. Yeah, -1, but 1 damage.
All right, let's see some 6s. Wow.
There you go.
Right, so 4 of them save, but 5 die.
Okay. And now the jaw attacks, they're hitting on 3s. So 2 missed here, and now wounding on 2s. So they all wound, and it's -2 and 2 damage.
Sorry, how many go through?
4.
So that's going to be 8.
Yes.
So that means I take 8 more.
Okay. And that's them done.
Okay, so I'm going to activate these Demonettes that are stringing out between the 2 units here. I'm going to have 5 of them attacking into those Morsar Guard.
Okay.
They are basically going to be hitting on 4s and on wounding on 4s, because that's how they roll.
Did you want to all-out attack them?
I do not. I want to save that for the Alapexes.
Cool.
So that is 1, 2, 3 6s. That's 3 extra hits.
That was a good
for
roll.
me. That is a pretty good roll. So 1 miss. And the rest coming at you, wounding on 4s.
We got the good old clan rat stat line, huh?
Yeah, I guess
Actually,
so.
it's probably better for Ren, though.
I can't guarantee that, sadly. Demonettes are rend. They are rend -1. With,
Okay.
That's a 10 at -1.
10 up -1. So that will put them back to their 3-up save from Mystic Shield and the all-out defense from earlier. That's on these guys, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so 8. You said 10?
10.
Okay, on 3s. So 3 go through.
Nice.
So that perfectly kills off the guy that I pulled out earlier. There we go.
Okay. And then fighting the eels in the back there, there's 4 of them that can do that.
Oh, excuse me, sorry about that.
No trouble. Okay, so that's a little more like it. We got 1 in there still because of the 6, so we got 4 and 3 at -1 rend.
-1 rend on eels is back to a 5, or they're up to a 5-up. So 1 goes through, 2.
Sorry, you said it was
2
on a
goes
5-up?
through. Yes.
Yeah,
1
2 go through.
Okay. So this person has taken 3. Now.
Okay, and that's the fighting.
Okay.
Your activation?
Sure. Let's do that. Well, I guess I'll pile in just to keep them in coherency. So we'll just do 3 and 3. So 3 into the Hellflayer and hitting on 2s from the Achillean King, wounding on 3s. That is 1 at no minus on the Hellflayer.
Okay, Hellflayer saves. Sorry, no minus on that?
No minus.
4+. Well, looks like it goes through.
You forgot to say for Slaanesh. That's the
I
problem.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
So now 3 bite attacks, hitting on 3s because the king don't matter. Wounding also on 3s. So that's just 1 at -1.
So that's 5s and 6s. Nope.
2 damage.
Okay.
And now it's 2 attacks going into the nasty, nasty girls. So that's 2 hits. Wounds also on 3s for 2 wounds at no minus. Saving on, or sorry, 1
5s and
damage.
6s. Nope.
Okay, and now 3 bitey attacks. Those both miss. Wounding on 3s for 1 wound at -1.
That'll go through.
For 2 damage. And that's me done. And now I think you have these partiers over
Yeah,
here.
I've still got those last demonettes there. Those ones were the ones that were going to use all out attack.
Okay.
So I've got 8 of them in there, so that is 16 attacks onto the Alopex. And 1 extra one because of the leader. Let's see what we got. There are no 6s in there at all.
Oh dear.
So that is unfortunate. And that's a 3. So that is 7 hits. And 5 potential wounds at -1 rend.
5 at -1 is saving on 5s. So save 2 of them. Oh no, I saved 3 of them. And 2 go through for 1 damage each, I believe. So I'll put it on the one I painted longer ago. Just because I'm playing favorites. Okay, so that will be it for the...
Yeah, that's all we got for fighting. So now we got to do battle shock
Right.
and calculate depravity.
So I can fail 1 on 6. Oh wait, actually it doesn't matter. But I forgot this guy gives everyone, I think, bravery 10.
Nice.
But it might just be, I think it's everyone. I think it's Idoneth. Anyway.
My demonettes over there. They have made it. No, wait, sorry. They lost 12, so that's going to put them over by 3, so 5 more run. I'll actually spend my last command point on being immune to battle shock on that.
You are supposed to do that beforehand, but
I am. I was going to. I had the one command point. I had meant to do it.
no worries.
and
Yeah,
my brain
that makes
caught
sense
up
to
with
me.
my roll.
That makes sense to me.
The other one, they lost 4, so if they roll a 6, it's bad news. If they roll 1, it's good news. So
there
it's
you
good
go.
news. They're going to get 6 guys back, which they didn't lose.
They
so
they get D6 back.
I think so. It's either D6 or D3.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's D6 models.
Nice.
So they come back.
That was a really good roll.
We'll keep fighting over here, and we'll keep fighting over here.
A 1 and then a 6. That was about as good as it gets.
About that, and then we got to calculate depravity, so we'll take a pause for that, and we'll come back afterwards. Okay, so the depravity points have gone skyrocketing up after all the multi-wound models that have been fighting it out and duking it out on this battlefield. So that's put me to 19 depravity points for the turn.
Nice.
So we're at a pretty good state, and then we're going to count up our battle points as far as battle tactics and stuff go. So I've taken the 2 objectives I intended to. I also have them under my control, so that's going to be 1 for the home objective, 2 for the middle objective, and 2 for my battle points for 5, which puts us 5 to his 11.
Nice.
Yeah, so that means we're going to go on to turn number 2, and we're going to roll off of that.
There you go. You got
Looks
it.
like I got to take it and keep on pushing what I can laughingly call an advantage here.
Do it.
So we'll do that in hero phase just after this.
Excellent.
Okay, so we're back for the start of the double turn for the Hedonites of Slaanesh. So here on turn 2, I have 2 command points coming at me. I'm going to pick Conquer as my battle tactic. I'm going to pick this wonderful place right here to conquer from my enemy. As far as heroic actions go, I'm going to put Finest Hour on my Keeper of Secrets.
Nice.
And your heroic action will be something.
My heroic action will be, I'm going to try and get a command point on a 4-up on my general. And he gets it.
Nice.
Sweet. So that puts me up to a whopping 4.
Yes. What is the bravery of your units near the prince at the moment, or the Keeper of Secrets at the moment?
Well, near the keeper, everything is 10 from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all right. Well, that's not going to matter to me right now because I just won't cast that spell.
Okay.
So moving on to spells.
Let me just check and make sure that that's correct. I would hate to be...
Well, it's also a 6-inch range on this spell, so it's like.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That close.
I guess I didn't get out the card for him for some reason.
That's fine.
Oh, there he is. But anyway, sorry, go on.
No worries. We're going to cast Paths of the Dark Prince. That's the Lets Her Fly spell. That's going off on a grand total of 6.
Okay. That does go off.
Unless you want to stop it.
Yes, I do. I stopped it with a 7.
Nice work.
Thank you.
I'll also cast Mystic Shield. That goes off with a 12.
Oh dear. Well, I can't stop that, so
Nope.
Not gonna
So
try.
I will enjoy my shield. Okay, and that's going to bring us on to the movement phase. So we'll do movement, and we'll come back with that in just a moment. Okay, so we're back, and we've got some new arrivals on the battlefield. We've got a brand new Keeper of Secrets from all of my depravity points, and I also spent another 6 depravity points in order to bring on another 10 Daemonettes. So, those have all come piling out of the Fane of Slaanesh, and they will be helping out as the game progresses here. But first we're going to do some shooting. I've got my Infernal Raptress. She's going to fire at the green eels there with her cacophonous melody.
I might all-out defense. Yeah, I'm going to all-out defense for 1 chip.
Okay, that's going to be 4 hits.
Cool. Oops.
And 1 at -1.
1 at -1. Probably shouldn't have all-out defense, but I was trying to do it without looking. There we go.
Great, and then we're going to go on to charges.
Okay.
I'll have the Enchanted or the Enraptress charge. She's going 5, which should be enough to get her in there, I think. And the Keeper of Secrets. She easily makes it in. So we'll move those models and we'll come right back. Alright, so we are moving all of our demons into combat, and we are now going to do some fighting. Unfortunately, there is no more strikes first with all that stuff going on. But I do have the Locus of Diversion that I could possibly apply to those Reapers, which would make them, Reapers, or Thralls. Thralls, they're definitely
they're
Thralls.
Sorry. I assumed you were talking about your own model there.
No. Right, so the way this works is if I roll a 3+, those guys will not be able to make a pile-in move in the combat phase.
Okay.
Nice. So no piling in for those boys.
Oh, it's a 3+.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
3+. That means we'll move on to the fighting phase, and I will fight them with the Keeper. So she's going after them with the Sinister's Hand.
I'm going to all-out defense. I think. Yeah, I'm going to all-out defense.
All right. So that's a hit. It is not a wound. Oh, no, wait, sorry. It is her finest hour, so that is a wound at -1 rend.
-1 rend. Okay, so they are normally on a 5, but they have +1, so they're back to a 5 up. And they saved it.
Great. That would be Elegant Greatblade time. This is hitting on 3s, so those are 2 hits, and 1 extra because of the 6. So that is 1 wound at -1 rend.
And it goes through.
So that's 2 damage for that.
Okay, well, I'll pick off the 2 that couldn't pile in anyway.
All right, and then we're going after the other ones with the Impaling Claws. Awesome, that's going to be 1 hit, 1 wound at -2 rend.
So 6s. Nope.
Okay, so that's going to be a grand total of 5 damage for that.
Okay. Well, that makes everything quite easy. There we go. 3 guys left.
Great, and your activation.
Okay, I am going to go with the unit of 3 eels over here. I'm gonna just move them in like that. And yeah, so then 3 from the main guy.
I'll use all-out defense on my demonettes.
Sure. And actually, I'm going to all-out attack over there because I don't get the +1 to hit from the eels attacks, which are kind of the bread and butter. So hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. So that is 5 at no rend.
Okay, so we're saving on 4s. Nice, all but 1.
Cool.
So just 1 damage?
Yes, sir. And then I need to make, there we go. So now it's 9 attacks, hitting on 2s. Whoops, dear. So, double deer, 4 1s. And then we're wounding on 3s. So that's 4 at -1.
Okay, so that's going to be 5s and 6s again. I get no saves on that, so 4.
So D3 attack, D3 wounds. So 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's back to your activation.
Right, let me just clear out some guys. We'll come right back.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to use my last command point for all that attack on the demonettes, attacking the allopexes. So we're looking for 3s to hit. So there are 2 6s in there, which is 3 6s even. So that means that 3 dice will go back in. And we're wounding on 4s. So that is 8, 9 at -1 rend.
Okay. That's a really solid attack.
It's not bad.
7, and then 8, 9. And then we're saving on 5s. It's a -1 rend. So that's a lot of 4s, unfortunately. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that perfectly kills one because they lost 2 wounds. Ouch. Okay. And then I might as well go over here again. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to just put everything into the demonettes. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't think I'm going to, does she have a ward?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I'll put the captain into her and the other one into the demonettes. Because that seems like a fun thing to do. So we got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, and that's 3 at no rend on the harpist.
Okay. Yeah, and she's saving on 5s and 6s.
Cool.
1 save, 2 go through.
Okay, and then 3 attacks from the eels for 3 hits, wounding on 3s as well, for 2 wounds at -1.
Those aren't 6s.
So It is 3 more wounds.
Okay, she's toast.
Okay, and then 2 attacks going into the demonettes for 1 hit because of the king, and 1 wound, no rend.
Yeah, that goes through.
Just 1 damage, and now the bitey attacks are hitting on 3s, wounding also on 3s for 1 at -1.
Yeah.
So 3 more wounds. And now it is back to you once again.
Okay, I'll activate the Hellflayer. The Hellflayer gets that Soul Scent ability, which fails once again. Well, that's unfortunate. And then we're just going on to fighting with her, which is going to bring 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 1, 2, 3. And wounding on 4s. So that is 1 at -1 rend.
Okay, saving on 5s and 6s, but didn't.
Just 1 damage.
Okay.
Coming at you with Piercing Claws. Those are hitting on 3s as well. And 3 wounds at -1 rend also.
Okay. So he saved none of those. Are they 1 damage?
Just 1 damage.
Okay, so he's got 1 wound left.
Okay, and then we got Poison Tongues.
1 second. There we go. I want to make people
hopefully-
seasick.
Oh wow, so that's 2 more attacks on top of that.
Something tells me he's toast.
Yeah, it could be, but let's see how the wounds go. So that's 4 potential
insist.
wounds with no rend.
4?
4 at no rend.
4 at no rend, so 4s. And nope, he would have died with, or he died with extra wounds taken.
He died with his boots on.
Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boots? No?
Well, maybe not now.
I'll show myself out.
Right,
So,
your activation.
right. These guys went already. Yeah, they did because they
yep.
killed the shark. So I will go with the shark then. Mr. Shark. So it is 6 attacks hitting on 2s. And because of the king. And then wounding on 3s, I'm almost positive. So that's 3 at -1.
Okay, 3 at -1 means we're saving on 6s. And there's no saves there.
Okay, so that's 1 damage each. And now the bitey attacks, he gets an extra 1 because he's been injured now. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So that's 3 at -2.
All right, no save on that.
2 damage each.
All right, that's the unit.
Okay. And I think the only thing left in combat is the thralls, correct?
That's right.
Okay, well, let's see what they can do. I'm not hopeful. Because you're birthdayed and your
Mystic Shield's on there
Shield,
too.
so yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. So we got 1 extra attack on the leader, and yeah, that's it. So we've got 7 attacks hitting on 3s, and wounding also on 3s. Oof. 2 at -1 and they're 2 damage each.
All right, so 2 at -1 means we're saving on 3s. 1 save, 1 goes through.
2 damage.
Okay, 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
at the end of the combat phase then.
yeah.
So I have Sinistrous Hand. Since I'm armed with this, if there were any enemy models that were slain by models or wounds inflicted by the model attack, I can heal a D3 wounds to the model. So
Oh, okay.
I'll try healing those.
Ha!
I heal 2.
There you go.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yes, indeed. Right, so that basically means we're into Battle Shock phase now. So let's give us a moment and we'll calculate up what we need to do. All right, so we're back and we're going to take 1 command point off of my tally in order to save those poor demonettes in the middle of the battlefield from their Battle Shock test.
This is true. And I am going to not pay a CP over here because it would deny depravity, and I've only got 1 left, and I think I'm going to want it for my turn. So I'm just going to let it rock. They've got Bravery 10 from the aspect of the sea, and they've lost 7. So on a 1, 2, or a 3, I'm good, and they're good.
Great.
So I honestly wasn't sure if I even wanted them to run, but anyway. So you'll get 7 depravity for them.
No, I won't. I'll only get 1 because the unit is reduced below their starting point.
Oh, okay. You only get one?
for that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Crazy.
also for wounds that are, well, it says for wounds that are allocated and not negated. 1 depravity point for each unit on the battlefield that had a wound or mortal wound that was not negated on it, or has fewer models than it's had at the start of the turn. So yeah, I only get 1 for that.
Okay.
Because it's reduced.
Okay.
And then...
cool.
That's about it.
Okay.
Because,
Everything else died horribly.
well, actually, I'll get 1 for those guys there too, because they had more models at the start.
That's true.
And then I also get the, yeah, so I've got 2 there. So that brings me to 3 depravity points.
Okay, cool. And you'll get 1 point for holding that, 2 for that, for 3, and 5 because you conquered it for 5 total points.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll go into Deepkin, turn 2. Okay, so we've entered Deepkin, turn 2. For my battle tactic, I'm going to try and slay the warlord.
Cool.
Yeah. Showdown at high noon.
Yeah.
And then, oh, right. And then my battle tactic is I'm going to make my Achillean king his finest hour.
Cool. I am going to put an extra command point on my Keeper of Secrets, which I succeed at doing.
You sure do.
Huzzah.
Excellent. So now I'm going to try and make said king a monster from the spell for Gur. I believe it's a 6, but I haven't looked it up. We'll go off with an 8, though, for sure.
I'm going to allow that.
Fair enough. It's kind of fun. So he's a monster now, and now I'm going to try and I'm going to try and cast Tsunami of... Is it? Yeah, Tsunami of Terror. Goes off on a 7. And that will go off... Yeah, I'm just gonna let it rock.
I'm going to try and cancel that.
Well, why not?
That's a 10. You're not getting
sure
Tsunami
do.
of Terror.
Okay, so then that's it. That's my hero phase. So I guess we'll go on to the movement phase, and we'll be back after this. Okay, so we've I've forgotten to do a couple of things there. Or sorry, just one thing. He's going to pop his once per game ability, his potion of Unstoppable Fury. So we'll see that in the combat phase. But yeah. So we've got the, we're back at the end of the movement phase. These guys moved over here because you get to keep the objectives in Age of Sigmar. The Morsar Guard moved over there. And yeah, that's it. So we just got 1 shot coming from the shark there. They're going to shoot into these fine gals over there. Hitting on 3s does not hit. All that for nothing. So now we're going to go with the Achillean King, number 1, the one that's all hopped up on his juices. Needs a 3-inch charge, which he makes. And then on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds. So he does 3 mortal wounds.
All right.
And then the other Achillean King, same deal. And he makes it, same deal, for 2 mortal wounds this time. All right. And now the eels are going to charge into the health layer. Yeah, the health layer. They'll make it with a 5. I'm just going to do that later because they don't have a shooting attack anyway, right? So the eels are a 5. The shark is going to, or sorry, the Eidolon is going to charge in first. He makes it with a 10, so he's going to charge all the way into here. And then just the shark now. Sharky boy and his sharky toy. Yep, everyone's going in. Celebrate good times. Come on, let's celebrate. So, there we go. First, but certainly not last, is going to be my Achillean King. He's buffed to the gills, and so I'm going to spend a CP. Oh wait, does he need it? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't think he does. You know what? I'm going to spend the CP. Yeah, let's spend that. So
what?
on the Achillean King going into your.
To do what order?
He's going to attack your
Yes. And what are you spending the command point on?
Oh, all attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll use a command point for all that defense as well.
Right. Oh, wait, first, he's a monster. So I'm going to try and roar at you.
I'm also a monster.
Yeah, exactly. So, so then I could Titanic duel you, so I don't need to spend that CP, but I will try and roar at you. So he roared at you.
Great, I'll roar back.
Cool.
Nope.
Okay. So then I will spend the CP because I will regret it later if I don't. So he has, there's only one enemy unit in range, so he's going to go up to 5 attacks because of his Unstoppable Fury command trait, and he's hitting on 2s. And these all hit, which is good. Wounding also on 2s. So that is 4 at -3. You still have Mystic Shield on.
I do, so that means I'm saving on 6s. Nope, no 6s there.
They are 3 wounds each.
Okay, so that's 12, which will put him at 14. Yeah, so he's dead.
Okay. I thought that might be overkill, but now I know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. So now it is your activation.
Okay, I'll go over to the Hellflare. I'll activate that.
Don't forget your mortal wound.
Yeah, checking that now. That'll activate. So that is a D3 mortal wounds to the Eidolon.
The island. Okay. So it is. He saves 1 and misses 2. So he's taken 2 wounds.
Okay, so I'm just going to get those all set up here all at once because those are basically the same profile except for an inch of range.
So who are you attacking into?
I'm going to attack the eels.
Okay, I'm going to all-out defense them. Oh wait, no, I already spent my CP. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, so let's see here. So I'm hitting on 3s, but 6s will give me extra dice, so that means 3 dice are going back in. We're hitting on 3s and we're wounding on 4s. So those are out of the way. Those are no good. Those are also no good. So that's 4 at -1 rend.
4 at -1 rend puts them on 5s. So save 1 and 3 go through.
Okay. And I've also got Poison Tongues. Those are hitting on 3s as well.
Sound like you said poison tums.
Tum. So that's just 1 wound at no rend on these.
4s, saved it.
Good on them.
Okay. Well then, I am going to go with, there's no point in going with anything but the shark, I imagine. So I'm going to do that. So the shark is going first, and it has 6 attacks, and I didn't measure if he's wholly within 12 of the general. I'm going to say no, so should have charged on the other side. But we live, we learn. 3s to hit, and it is 3s to wound. So that is 3 at -1.
1 save, 2 die.
Okay, and then it is the sharky bite, baby shark bite, hitting on 3s, and that's 2 hits, wounding also on 3s. That's 2 at -2.
All right, so that's 2 more down.
Okay, so that's 4 total damage.
Okay, so that's the unit.
Okay, and then I guess it's just the Eidolon, or I guess it's the eels.
Yeah, eels and Eidolon.
Okay, let's do it. So the eels got 3 from the prince and 4 from his compatriots. Hitting on 3s and wounding also on 3s. So that's 1 at -2.
Sorry, that was on the Hellfire?
Yes.
All right, 6s.
Okay. And then that's 2 damage because they have charged. And now we got 9 attacks coming from the bites, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding also on 3s. So that is 3 at -1.
All right, 5s and 6s. 1.
So 2 D3 damage. It is 6 damage.
Yeah, that'll kill it.
Oh, okay. I was just looking for my Eidolon's profile. Okay, so that is the turn. I will get my battle tactic for 2, and then I'll get all of these, so it'll be 1. It's the same as before, right? It's 11. 1 plus 2 each for 5, plus 4 for 9, plus 2. Yeah, that's 11. So we got another 11 points, which is way too good, frankly. And yeah, and then I guess it's the roll off.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So roll off 2, 3. You get to. Do you want to think about it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Okay, so we've decided to call it a turn 3. Unfortunately, with my whole army consisting of 1 Keeper of Secrets and 10 Daemonettes, and not enough in my summoning pool to bring back anything else, I really cannot stand against what is effectively a large significant portion of his army remaining. Plus, they'll pretty much be all over on me as soon as I give him a turn, which means that's basically it. Not to mention, how much did you score last turn?
11 again.
11 again.
Yes.
So that will put the end total score at my 10 to his 22.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good game, Rob. Well
Thanks,
played.
man. Thanks, man. Hopefully we'll see some points updates in the GHB, or maybe even a new book for Slaanesh.
For Slaanesh,
Not
I mean.
for, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see
I know
that in
you guys are really
2024.
into, like, you know, hurting yourselves and whatnot if you're into this
Yeah,
army,
no,
but
that's not what I'm down with.
I just don't think it's that fun to play, even if you're really into that. But hopefully everyone enjoyed it. It was really fun lore-wise, and yeah, this new army can definitely hit pretty hard. So thanks to everyone for watching. Appreciate all you Patreons. We love you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.